Hi there, I'm Shifu Aaron from Dragon Phoenix Kung Fu in Asheville, North Carolina. Today's question is Kung Fu useful in a real fight? Easy answer is yes. I say easy answer because there's a lot more to it than just that. Gosh, Kung Fu is a little bit, it's not a sport. That's where you don't see it as useful in a fight. Things like you run into like schools that do a lot of sparring. Sparring is a sport because it's based on a set of rules. And the typical rules are no kicks below the belt, no punches below the belt, below the shoulders, okay? And then everything stays in the front. Those are rules designed for safety. So, below the belt, groin strikes, broken legs, knees, things like that. People got to go to work on Monday. And you're wearing pads and stuff like that. And so those are designed for safety, so that people can continue with the sport. Now you look at Kung Fu moves, and about 95% of Kung Fu moves are totally illegal in sparring. They attack Kung Fu. Pretty much every Kung Fu style has got strikes to the groin too. It's like low strikes. Because if it works, it works. It wasn't about a sport. It wasn't about like fighting on civilized terms. It was about life and death. If it worked, it worked. If it didn't work, you throw it out. And so there's a lot of what people would consider dirty fighting in Kung Fu. Strikes to the eyes, strikes to the throat, strikes to the groin, breaking the legs. It's brutal. And so it's really hard in that sense to train the fighting techniques in a safe way in a Kung Fu school. So different teachers will approach this differently. When we're talking Chen style Tai Chi, one of the things that we do is push hands, and that is the bridge to Tai Chi fighting. It's not necessarily Tai Chi fighting, but it is a bridge that teaches us a lot so that we can work on some of those other things. In fighting, any kind of fighting, and this is something great that sparring does teach, is the concept of timing and aware of distance. So distancing, like how long your arms are, feet are, legs are, same thing with an opponent. So you know how to like space if they can hit you, if you can hit them. And so you have to slowly build up to develop that speed and timing for application to work. Application should be taught in a class so that you know what you're doing and you're not just like waving your hands around. I can't tell you how many people I've seen in tournaments that, they're doing sword techniques and it's this pretty stuff and it looks nice, but you can see that they've never used a sword against anything in their life. So what you got to do is you got to be practicing, imagining, engaging, and all the different things. And yes, Kung Fu can absolutely be used in a fight. You gotta be careful because people can get hurt really, really bad. Most stuff can't be used in official fights, like sparring, lei tai, things like that. So you got to have some discernment with that. But yeah, and then of course you got to practice it, pressure test for it to even be able to work. So there you go. What are your thoughts? Questions, thoughts, comments below. I'd love to hear what you got to say.